before white men ever laid eyes on this spectacle called Alaska, the native people knew it as the Great Country. Now, it's Laramy Miller's turn at discovery.
This country ain't no joke. I love it. I think I found me a second home.
Even with as much land as this, you still got to hunt out the right place to pitch your lodge.
All the snow-capped peaks, this big open tundra. It's a mountain man's dreamland right here.
And not since the days of the buffalo has a mountain man seen herds like these.
It's crazy to think about the caribou migration. You look around and you see just huge trails cut into the earth. And some of them 2-3 feet deep, where caribou have migrated hundreds of years, thousands of years. And they migrate upwards of 1,500 miles a year. When you think about that, that's halfway across the United States. Caribou's interesting because their hair is hollow and it makes them really buoyant, so they're phenomenal swimmers. They also have oversized hooves to work as big paddles swimming across lakes and rivers. I've watched caribou swim 2-3 miles. It's pretty impressive.
After miles on the river, Laramy may have finally found the perfect place to hammer down some stakes.
When you're setting camp up, especially in places like Alaska, you have to take into account the wildlife. You've got grizzly bears, you've got wolves. Don't be an all-you-can-eat buffet and set your camp up right on a game trail.
But Mr. Grizzly ain't the only danger. He ain't even the meanest.
What looks like a dry, nice area today could potentially become a flash flood in just a matter of hours. Find a nice little place on a bench, kind of hidden in the woods. I love to have trees around me. It keeps that wind off you, kind of muffles the sound. It'll keep the smoke muffled. There's lots of things to take into account.
Survival comes first, but if you know what you're doing, you can not only stay alive, but live quite well.
If you're wanting to live in the wilderness and be like the mountain men, they always knew you need to be prepared for everything. The elements up here are unforgiving. You have to make sure you have good equipment. When you're setting up a tent, you want to make sure that it's windproof and waterproof. If you don't have that, you might not wake up the next morning.
As the northern lights play out, it's time for Laramy to be up and about.
You know, me going from the Rockies to up here in Alaska, it's a big difference. The strategies for hunting caribou are a lot different than any other animal because they cover such big territory. Take elk, for instance. If you're hunting elk one day, chances are you go back in that same spot the next day, there's going to be the same elk there. Well, when you're hunting caribou, you might see 1,000 caribou one day. The next day, they're 50 miles away.
The vastness of Alaska calls for a special kind of hunting. Instead of looking down at the trail, a hunter wants to be looking out toward the horizon.
Well, here's the deal. There's a pretty good-sized herd, and they're way out heading down this way. So I'm gonna go try to hunker down somewhere out here in the middle and try to get close, intercept them as they're headed out. Not gonna get too many chances, so better make them count.
It takes an entire pack of wolves to run down a caribou, so Laramy needs brains more than stamina.
You know, the terrain here in Alaska is different than anything I've ever really hunted. You've got your traditional mountains that are steep and rugged. And then you've got these big open tundras that are very deceiving. There is not an easy spot to put your foot down. These big open tundras, they look flat, they're anything but. One wrong step, breaking an ankle up here, could be a death sentence.
Those caribou are coming around this knob, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna ease up and see what happens. Figure I might as well sit here, and that way I can see which way they're gonna go and try to move on them from there. But
Caribou wander the tundra like balls rolling on a pool table, and Laramy's only hope is to outthink them.
there's a pretty good-sized group of caribou coming way up the valley. They're headed this way. As fast as they move, it won't take long for them to get here.
Boy, do I wish I had a moose tag.
It's a great new country for Laramy Miller. There are elements to face, and across rugged tundra, caribou to stalk.
They're headed this way. As fast as they move, it won't take long for them to get here. Those caribou look like they just turned. I think they're gonna go all the way around this point.
With caribou well out of range, there's little enough cover for cutting the distance.
I can see a good bull. All them caribou are filing by right there. There's a big bull right there getting ready to come.
Laramy's itching to shoot, but something says too far.
You know, me as a hunter and a mountain man, I owe it to these critters to make an ethical shot. You know, the last thing I want to do is wound an animal and not recover it. There is nothing worse to me. I know what I'm capable of. And yeah, we get in the moment, and I've made mistakes in the past. So we owe it, as hunters, as outdoorsmen, we owe it to these animals to be precise with your weapon. If the shot is out of range, don't shoot.
Even with thousands upon thousands of caribou in Alaska, there will never be enough to risk losing even one.
It's still warm. The caribou haven't started migrating good yet. We've seen a few, but next couple of days, you'll be able to see caribou all the way up and down this valley.
So, there's still a good chance for Laramy to put his historic Hawken rifle to good use. Many consider the Hawken the Stradivarius of firearms. Master craftsmen, the Hawken brothers used the finest walnut and maple for stocks, turning out only a score of elegant rifles a year. Indian bows were more rapid fire, but the mountain man's Hawken could reach out to 200 yards, giving him a superior range of protection. The Hawken was also the great equalizer when the mountain man met old Ephraim the bear. With Kentucky rifles, it took a squad of hunters to stop a Bruin, but one man with one Hawken could stand his ground on a bear trail. Up here in Alaska, having a Hawken can do much for a feller's peace of mind.
There's a sow and two cubs, big brown bear, going across this big open tundra, way up towards the bottom of the mountain.
Boy, do I wish I had a moose tag. They can walk through the thick brush and I can stand back and wait. 150 years ago, I wouldn't have to have a tag. I'd go kill what I needed, but gotta abide by the rules.
Even if Laramy don't have the right bona fides for moose, it's likely caribou will be along soon enough. Hunting caribou is a non-stop proposition. It's not here today, gone tomorrow. It's gone in 60 seconds. Alaska is more a country than a state, unless it's a state of mind. It's a new home for Laramy under the midnight sun as he tries to get into Hawken range of caribou. As fast as Laramy can go, the caribou seem to be one river crossing ahead of him.
Just had a big herd just crossed right here in front of me. I just couldn't get to them in time.
I think if there's one thing I've learned caribou hunting, it's that they move really fast. You're never gonna run them down.
There's nothing louder than noises at night, especially the clicking hoof bones of a passing herd of caribou.
All these caribou over here feeding through the willows. So I'm gonna get up on top of this bank and set up. And if that big bull comes out onto the beach, I'm gonna take a crack at him.
Once again, for Laramy, it's a matter of desire versus good sense. As close as these caribou may look, he can't be certain they're close enough.
It was almost dark and just a little too far for the old Hawken. But still got a few days and I'm gonna give her heck.
If your ears are tuned right, there's more music than silence in the night, whether it's the click of caribou or the whisper of the wind.
You know, since I was just a little kid, I loved nothing more than to go out in the middle of the woods and have all your senses working. I mean, your smell, your sight, your hearing. We were all born with the senses that normal animals have. The only difference is those animals have to use those senses to survive every day. That's what I truly enjoy about being out in the wilderness. I'm sleeping, but I'm still awake. I can still hear. I know if something's around. All my senses are at a 10.
The old mountain men had good cause for keeping their senses sharp. Lots of things out there in the dark that might have a hankering to eat you. It ain't much different for a new mountain man like Laramy. Things might be partial to eating him too.
When you think of the mountain men, they could smell when rain was coming 5 hours before it came. They could hear a horse coming from 2 miles away because they use those senses every single day to survive.
And the better the senses, the better the grub tastes, even if it's something as simple as feast cakes off the wood stove.
This is a little bit humbling for me. I'm getting tired of eating rice and fish. Just one of those things, if the animals aren't there, there's nothing you can do. Frustrating and I guess hits my ego a little bit, but I'm not afraid of walking 20 miles in a day.
But caribou can be 50 miles or just 2 as the crow flies.
It's gonna happen quick.
Alaska's glory, sky, land, and water, and tundra herds that rival the buffalo plains. But not even the midnight sun's gonna let you hunt all night, and only a wall of canvas stands between you and what walks in the darkness. With caribou on the move, Laramy needs to put himself in position to meet up with them.
There's game trails everywhere. You can see where these caribou have been migrating out of here by the thousands crossing right here. So I'm gonna set up and see if I can't get lucky and have some cross in front of me.
One thing for sure about the North, there's no telling. With thousands of square miles of open tundra all around, it is in the very heaviest brush that Laramy finds caribou.
I can see a good bull. It's gonna happen quick. You know, that was absolutely crazy. I'm sitting here waiting, and their caribou just kept coming by me. There was 2 different herds of caribou that come by. Here comes a cow and a calf. Right behind them, here comes this bull. Come by 10 yards from me. I gave the old Sasquatch stick of thunder, and I mean, they just keep coming. It's crazy. Awesome, awesome experience. Have me some caribou backstrap tonight.
I think that's what makes a mountain man's life so intriguing. You never stop learning, and you never stop adapting.
And more lessons await here on the tundras of Alaska.